Hey, welcome back, family and friends. I'm going to try my best to do this movie tag. I've been looking at some of those questions, and I'm such a movie fan, I just don't have any idea how anybody answers some of these because I have so many favorite movies, and it's just ridiculous. It is in my blood, and it's hard to make decisions, but I want to try. So here we go. What is your favorite film of all time? I don't really like this question because I like so many different things. Like, I'm one of those people, you ask me my favorite movie, I'm gonna break it down. Like, what's my favorite action movie? What's my favorite comedy movie? What's my favorite sci-fi movie? And everybody's thinking, he's gonna say Star Wars, right? No, that's not my favorite film of all time. I do love it. It's probably my favorite sci-fi film, but my favorite film of all time is this. Never-ending story. Beautiful, fun movie. I mean, it teaches you how not to let your imagination die, people. You can read books, use your imagination, and just go with it. Your imagination is anything you would like it to be. But that's my all-time favorite film. I could name many more, but I'm going to settle on this one because I'll be here all night. Never-ending story. Great, great film. Wolfgang Peterson. I believe that's the director. Yes. It is so fun. I saw it as a kid in the theater and I just fell in love with it. So next is, what's your favorite scene from that film? And I think my favorite scene is when Atreyu is riding on the back of Falcor and he's just flying and he's just having a good time, and it really gets you geared up, ready for the adventure. I think that's my favorite part. And this, see, there he is, flying on my shirt. It's a beautiful shirt. Fell in love when I saw it. Okay, next. What's your favorite actor or actress? Now this is a biggie. John Cusack, because I love 80s films. Better Off Dead, Say Anything, Grosse Point Blank, being John Malkovich. I mean, come on. Malcolm McDowell, Clockwork Orange. He is a great actress. He's very versatile, and he really gets in his roles. And what's the other movie? Caligula. If you haven't seen Caligula with Malcolm McDowell, you should go check it out. It is a disturbing film. He plays Rome's most infamous Caesar, Caligula, and it's just twisted and insane, and that guy is just, it's just a disturbing film, really, but if you want a Malcolm McDowell fan, you haven't seen it, you need to see it. Johnny Depp, anything. I like Johnny Depp, anything. I mean, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Crybaby, anything with him in it. Jim Varney, the late great Jim Varney. You can slap an Ernest film in a DVD player and it'll make me smile all day long. Ernest Goes to Camp, Ernest Saves Christmas, Ernest Scared Stupid. It just makes me happy to see his films. Next, moving right along, number 5, Guilty Pleasures. Got a lot of them. Starting with, yes, Young Guns. I'm not a big Western guy, but Young Guns is my one of my all-time go-to films when I just don't know what to watch, and I'm going to put this in. Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Charlie Sheen, Lou Diamond Phillips. I mean, great casting. It's just a phenomenal movie. Next is Spaceballs. Another go-to movie when I just want to kick back and chill out. I mean, best Star Wars spoof ever. Mel Brooks, come on. Drop Dead Fred with Phoebe Cates, from Gremlins. Drop Dead Fred is just hilarious. If you haven't seen it, look it up, check it out. Three Amigos, another one of my go-to films when I just don't know what to watch. Chevy Chase, Martin Short, and Steve Martin. It's just, that guy, them three together, it's just comedy gold. And the 1980 Sam Jones, Flash Gordon movie. Yes. Flash. Ah! I mean, come on. That soundtrack by Kiss just gets me in a good mood, and Flash Gordon is always one of my go-to guilty pleasures. Moving right along. Favorite directors. Now, I could be here all night talking about directors. But Sam Raimi, anything. Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness. Spider-Man films, The Quick and the Dead, Drag Me to Hell, anything he produced, like Hercules Legendary Journeys, Xena Warrior Princess, Spartacus. I mean, Spartacus was a great show. If you haven't seen it, watch it. I'm so sad it ended after 4 seasons. It should have kept on going. Zack Snyder, he has great style in his filmmaking, and he is quickly becoming a favorite of mine. I mean, 300, Sucker Punch, The Watchmen, Man of Steel. I mean, Peter Jackson, just visionary. I mean, Dead Alive, The Frighteners, Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Hobbit trilogy. I mean, the list goes on and on. Tim Burton, anything he does, you know, Beetlejuice, Sleepy Hollow, Ed Wood. If you haven't seen Ed Wood, you need to go out and see it. It's one of the best Tim Burton films, I think. And Johnny Depp is just amazing in it. He plays Ed Wood, and it's just a great film. Mel Brooks, anything he does, I like. Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs, Young Frankenstein. Alfred Hitchcock, he's another one of my favorite directors. North by Northwest, The Rear Window, Psycho, The Birds. Jared Hess, I mean, Napoleon Dynamite, Gentlemen Broncos. I really wish Jared Hess would do some more movies. It's somebody texting me, but I got the power, everybody. Okay, Jared Hess is another director that I just love to watch. I wish he would do more films in that style. Gentlemen Broncos is a really strange movie, everybody. I think I'm going to do a movie review on that someday. You should go check it out. It's really bizarre and fun. And Terry Gilliam is one of my all-time favorite directors. Man, he's just has great imagination in his filmmaking. I mean, Brazil, Time Bandits, 12 Monkeys, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, The Zero Theorem, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I mean, how can you not like Terry Gilliam? And J.J. Abrams is definitely moving up on my favorite list. Anything he does is great. Moving on. Favorite tearjerkers. Now, this is, I'll just start with this. Yes, I love that little alien, everybody. And this movie will get me every time. Even though I know what's going to happen in the end, it'll get me every time if I'm caught up in the movie. I'll just blubber like a baby. Bridges of Terabithia. That is another movie that when I watched it as a kid, it just tore my nerves up. And I'm not talking about the 2007 Disney remake version. Somebody really wants to talk to me. They're texting the hell out of me. But Bridges of Terabithia, I'm talking about the 1995 original film version based on a novel. And the part at the end when the traumatic event happens between the two friends, it'll just turn me up. The 1985 film, everyone. Not the new Walt Disney remake 2007 version. The Notebook, yes, The Notebook is a girly film. It's a chick flick. It'll make me cry every time. Not the very end, at the very end, but the scene right before the end where the man is talking to his wife in a nursing home and she's got Alzheimer's and she's there talking to him, and then she has a lapse and she forgets who he is and she starts screaming at him and yelling at him and she just doesn't know who he is. That tears my nerves up to watch. And Powder, the 1995 film Powder, will get me. A lot of people don't understand the end of that movie, but I get it. And a lot of people just don't. And I understand the end of the film, and it'll just make me teary-eyed every time. And Charlotte's Web. Yes, Charlotte's Web. Yes, the 1973 animated version will make me cry every time. At the very end, when little spiders are leaving, and they're just saying, bye, 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 see ya. Bye, and they're leaving, and the pig is just like, don't leave me, don't leave me. That just turns my nerves up, everybody. Moving along, number 7, before we have a half-hour video. Which character from a movie scares you the most? Tall Man from Phantasm, creep me out. And Creepshow. If you haven't seen Creepshow, it's a segmented film where it's just short stories by Stephen King. But that creature in the crate used to terrify the hell out of me. When I was a kid and I watched that and that creature popped out and ate people, it just disturbed the hell out of me. I didn't like it. I didn't want to watch it. I turned away from the TV. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I watch it now and I'm like, why am I disturbed by that? It just looks like a silly puppet or something. But I can tell you the all-time movie scene that has pretty much made me immune to any scare since then, and that sucks because I kind of like getting creeped out and scared by movies sometimes. It's the original Friday the 13th when the girl's sitting in the boat at the end and she's floating in the lake and she's trying to get the people's attention on the shore, and Jason pops out of the water and snatches her in the water. That terrified the hell out of me. It got me good, people. I'm not gonna lie. And it has pretty much made me immune to any movie scare since then, which is sad. I like getting scared sometimes. Next, which movie do you love but other people? Which movie do you love but everyone else hates? I like a lot of weird stuff. Kung Pao, Enter the Fist by Steve Oedekerk. Hilarious. Most people don't think it's funny. They hate it, but I love it. Think it's funny and hilarious. And Black Dynamite, Michael Jai White. It's just like a throwback blaxploitation film, and it's just made with love, you could tell. And they edited it, and it's got a lot of gags in it, and it's just hilarious. He's super bad. He's out of sight. He's Black Dynamite. Go check it out, everybody. Okay, number 9 is which movie do you hate but everyone else loves? Any of the Twilight films. They are horrible. The acting is horrible. The special effects are horrible. Kristen Stewart, you need to just stop acting. You are a horrible actress, woman. She's just not good. She's just very, like, dull. She hasn't no emotion when she acts. And the special effects, I think, are just a waste. I mean, the guys in the film that turn into, like, werewolves, it's like a little split-second transformation. There is no transformation there to actually see. It's a big waste of special effects. It's like 1 minute they're a person, bam! Next minute they're a werewolf. It's ridiculous. Okay, and Clash of the Titans, the 2010 remake, it's an entertaining film. I'm not going to say it's horrible, but I don't like it. A lot of people loved it. I don't like it. I think it's entertaining. That's about it. But the 1981 original Clash of the Titans, by far superior. I mean, the movie is much longer, much more details. 2010 version is just chopped up, and they change a lot of things. It's just lousy. And any of the Fast and the Furious films since the first one, they are garbage. I don't care what anybody says. Yes, they're entertaining, and I'll watch them. But I don't care who's acting in them. They are terrible compared to the first one, because every sequel since then keeps doing more and more ridiculous things, and this new one's going to be even more ridiculous. And they want to make 10 of them. That's absurd. Okay, favorite movie duo. This is number 10. That's easy for me. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. Hands down. Comedy gold, everybody. Comedy gold. Silver Streak. Stare Crazy. See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Those guys just knew how to blend their comedy together, and it was just so natural for them. It was just hilarious to watch. Okay, Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. I really wish they would do more films together. They are great in Talladega Nights and Step Brothers. They're just so fun. It looks like they put a camera on them. They just goof off, and you got gold there too. Next, 11. Which actor, actresses do you have a crush on? That's easy for me. Heather Graham. I don't know why. She's not particularly a great actress, but I just have a crush on Heather Graham, and anything she's in, I just want to watch. Austin Powers, she was great in that. Boogie Nights, she was just had me mesmerized in that. Lost in Space, I watched, which everybody hates, and I do kind of like that movie. You can put that on my guilty pleasure list. And Killing Me Softly with her in it. If you like Heather Graham, it's a good one to go watch, everybody. That's all I'm going to say about that. Moving along. Favorite movie villain. See, I had a hard time with this one. I don't even have an answer on it. And I don't know what to say because I just love so many movies. I mean, yeah, I could say Darth Vader. Or I could say Hannibal Lecter. But I'm just going to say Evil Dead 2, Ash's possessed hand. The hand in Evil Dead 2. That is my favorite movie villain. Ash's evil little hand just gives him a hard time. They put a lot of personality in that little hand in those few scenes. And it's just hilarious. Moving along. 13. Which movie has surprised you the most? And I guess they talk about Guess the movie that surprises you the most, like you enjoyed it the most, you surprised you enjoyed it, or it surprised you like it's a plot twist, and the plot twist surprised you. Is that what they mean by this question? Okay, the question is you're surprised you liked it, then the movie Perfume, the story of a murder, it really surprised me when it came out in 2006. I watched it. Again, it's called Perfume, the story of murder, and it's got Dustin Hoffman and Alan Rickman in it, and it's just a mesmerizing film. It's like a period piece about a apprentice. He learns to make perfumes, and it's just a neat movie. I don't know why I liked it so much. It had me mesmerized when I watched it. Okay, and if they mean surprise like a plot twist, it surprised me, and it got me. The Mist, the 2007 Frank Dumont directed film, The Mist. I loved the ending on it. A lot of people hated it. They couldn't stand the ending on it, but I loved it. Yeah, I'm kind of sick sometimes, people. I enjoy some films, and I actually like it when the film doesn't end happily, and it's different, and I enjoy that sometimes. But like Cabin in the Woods ended great. I love the way Cabin in the Woods ended, and I enjoyed that one a lot too. But if you didn't know that, what is it, The Mist, the 2007 The Mist version, based off of Stephen King's short story, The Mist, it didn't end like the movie did at all. It ended with the people getting in the car like they do in the movie, and they just drive off into the mist, and that's the end of the story. And that is just lame. I mean, the end of the movie version, where they drive off and then the dramatic event happens, and it's just a surprising ending, and most people despise it, and I loved it. I just enjoyed it, and I'm not afraid to say it, but at least that was a real ending, and they didn't just drive off into the mist and you don't know what happened. Next, 14. Least favorite director. I'm all over the place with this question, and I'm gonna say Michael Bay like everybody else, just to be easy. He needs to leave certain things alone. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Entertaining. I will say his movies are entertaining. They're not boring. There's a lot of eye candy, and I can appreciate that, but the stories are bad. George Lucas. Yes, I said George Lucas. I love his work. I do love his work, but he needs, like the last prequel Star Wars films, they're not horrible, but I don't know what I'm saying about him, but he does bother me sometimes with some of the stuff that he does, like he changed in the trilogies, and that's why I'm saying George Lucas. Moving right along. 15. Favorite book turned movie. That right there. Clockwork Orange by Anthony Burgess. That book is just really bizarre and strange, and Stanley Kubrick did a good job with the movie. Another is this one right here. Interview with the Vampire. Loved it. Anne Rice, her novel is beautiful, and I think they did a good job with it. Yes, they changed some things, but I think they did a good job with the film overall. And Anne Rice, by far superior vampire writer, next to Twilight person. Okay, 16 is which movie has a significant impact on your life? Okay. Here's one. Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Love it, love it, love it. I just love their interaction between the animated characters and the people. It just mesmerized me when it first came out. I was like amazed by it. Also, let me show you real quick inside this DVD. I didn't even know I had this until I watched it the other week. Inside I got a Jessica Rabbit autograph, which I thought was pretty cool. And I got a Roger Rabbit autograph, which is pretty cool. That's inside the slipcase. I didn't even know they were in there until like a couple weeks ago. Another movie that inspired me and touched me in a certain way was this one right here. Toy Story 1. The original. The movie just really made me want to think about being a computer animator, and I fell in love with the characters and the interaction. And when I watch a movie, animated movie, people, a lot of people are watching it, but I'm studying it when I watch it, and it just mesmerized me to see computer generated imagery on that level with the interaction. And plus, Pixar is just amazing. They cannot go wrong, pretty much. Not a big fan of Cars, though. Oh yeah, Toy Story 2, no, Toy Story 3 and Up, you could put them on my tearjerker list too, from earlier question. I mean, what Up? Up will make you cry at the beginning. That is just amazing. What kind of movie makes you cry when you first turn it on? In Toy Story 3 at the end, when Andy is giving us toys to the little girl, man, it'll turn me up, everybody. Okay, moving right along. Favorite quote of all time from that movie right there. One of my all-time favorite horror franchise right there. You remember the part where Ash is in the woods and he's fighting Bad Ash or Evil Ash, whatever you want to call it, and he sticks the shotgun in his face and he blows him, shoots him in the damn face with the shotgun, and Ash just looks at him and says, "Good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun." That's an amazing quote to me. Good, bad, I'm the guy with the gun. Moving along. Favorite movie score or soundtrack? I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm playing it. It's right here. Clockwork Orange is one of my all-time favorite soundtracks. I love it. And I would even go on record and say track 5 is my all-time favorite track on it. It's just a fun, it gets me, when that opening score, when the film opens and it's got that rolling soundtrack at the beginning, you know you're in for a bizarre ride. This one is also on my list. Ghostbusters soundtrack. It puts me in a good mood when I hear it. The Flash Gordon soundtrack that I said earlier that Kiss produced for the film. It's like, ah! It's just a great soundtrack. It gets you all jazzed up. And the heavy metal soundtrack from the anime movie is a great, just rocking in record to listen to. Soundtrack. 19. Best movie you've seen recently. I saw Snowpiercer, which is a great film, great style. Chris Evans has just killed a performance in it. It's a really stylized film. You should go check it out. Dracula Untold, I watched, and I was pleasantly surprised by it. I thought it was going to be cheesy, but it wasn't as cheesy as I thought. And The Raid 2. The Raid 2 is every bit as good as the original Raid movie. Action on a different level beyond anything you would ever see, people. Check it out. The Raid 2 and The Raid 1. And Anthony Rapino wanted to add a question to the list, so I added the bonus question as well. What's your favorite writer? Well, I kept it to movie screenplay writers. John Hughes. John Hughes, Mr. Mom, 16 Candles, Weird Science, Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which is one of my all-time favorite comedies. But John Hughes, I really wish he would write films more. I mean, he was just great at it. And then the late, great Harold Ramis, writer of Stripes and Ghostbusters, one of my favorite films, Animal House, Meatballs. I mean, the guy knew how to write comedy. And Joss Whedon, of course. I'm a geek. I gotta say Joss Whedon. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Firefly, and Avengers. And I'm pretty sure the next Avengers Age of Ultron is gonna be great. So that's it for my questions, everybody. Like I said, I tried to give you some answers. I'm such a movie guy. It was so hard to come up with some of those answers. But I'll just give you a little bit of insight of how my mind works. So everybody take care. Come back and visit your geeky neighbor sometime. And If y'all want to do the movie tag, go right ahead. I tag you. If you watch my channel, feel welcome to do it. Take care, everybody. Be safe. God bless you. And go enjoy some good movies. It doesn't matter what you watch and what other people think of the movies you watch. As long as you're enjoying it, it doesn't matter. Take care, everybody.